Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Engine Room Bridgewater. Those of you who haven't been here before, this is run by Somerset Film, which is a not-for-profit organisation that promotes filmmaking in the community, community-led filmmaking, but we get involved in all sorts of activities here, including running a Channel 4 Inspiration Day, which we're really pleased to have. And I'm not going to say too much. I'm Phil Shepherd and I'm the facilitator here, but I'm going to introduce Kate Edwards from 4 Talent, who will tell you about the day.
Thank you very much, and a very warm welcome on a very cold morning. I appreciate there's been snow in the southwest today, which we weren't quite expecting, so I'm really impressed by the number of people who've made it out today, so thank you very much for joining us. My name is Kate Edwards. My job is a Learning and 4 Talent Coordinator at Channel 4. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is really. Basically what my job is at Channel 4 is to design and deliver initiatives for people at whatever stage of their career they might be at to get involved in the media. So that might mean designing workshops for 11-year-olds plus, really, to have a go, have a play at different things, get involved with different genres such as producing and directing, which obviously we're concentrating on today, maybe script writing, maybe what goes on in broadcast journalism, those kind of things, up to kind of work experience placements that we offer at Channel 4 and with our independent production companies. And I also manage the apprenticeship programme at Channel 4 and internship programmes as well that we run across our business. So we get really involved in different schemes, and basically it's to highlight kind of the job openings that are available to you if you're interested in a career in the creative industries, and obviously not only kind of what qualifications you can do to get there, but also what are the skills, the experiences and the attitudes to get ahead, because some of those softer skills are really important, the things that we don't necessarily think about on top of kind of getting those GCSEs or A-levels and onwards. It's about being able to communicate with people, it's about being able to sell yourself, it's about being able to work as a team, effective delegation, those kind of skills. And hopefully today is all about teaching you a little bit more about what it means to work in the media industry, but also to give you some of those skills so that you can get ahead. And we've got a whole range of fantastic contributors that I have to thank wholeheartedly for giving up their time to come along today to make this day as successful as possible. You have got notepads in your pack, so I hope you like the bags and all the little bits that the guys at the engine room very kindly put in there for us. So please do make the most of taking as many notes as you can. I would completely advise you during the day to ask as many questions as possible of all these people, because there's so much wealth of industry knowledge within this room, it's unbelievable. So make sure that you make the most of your time by asking those questions. Make sure that if you're interested in different areas or there is room for you to explore further from a day like today, that you get people's contact details. I know what it's like when I go to networking events and you get loads and loads of business cards and then you might never follow them up. Make sure you do. Make sure that if you've got those details and those contacts, that you do follow them up so that you're one step ahead in the industry, so that you're doing all that you can do to get the necessary experience that you need to have that creative kind of work experience placement or, you know, future job prospects. I'm just going to set off a little film that shows kind of the range of things that we do at 4 Talent before I hand over to the other contributors. So thank you for coming.
Hi, my name's Alice Carter and I hope you enjoy my presentation today. I've come here to talk to you about 4 Talent and all the amazing things they can do for your career. 4 Talent really want to help you maximise your talent so you can achieve all those things you've always dreamt of being or doing. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, or what you do for a living. We want to make it our business to give you the skills to help your talent grow. Maybe you're into gaming. Maybe you're good with graphics. The next big comedy stand-up sensation. Or perhaps marketing's more your thing. Whatever it is, seriously, whatever your skill or talent, let us know. We want to hear from you. So what can Full Talent do for you? Well, for a start, check out our website. There's so many things to get involved in on there and inspired by. Then there's all our social networks. But if you don't know what it is you want to do yet, there are loads of ways to find out. Inspiration on the Road is a great place to start. We travel around the UK inspiring you to get involved. You'll meet all these different industry professionals from all these different backgrounds. We'll give you a taste of what it's really like to work in the creative industries and show you the skills and attitudes that will help you find your way. So what can you do next? Well, because Channel 4 works so closely with our industry partners, we can give you access to all of today's top media companies. You could get your foot in the door by applying for one of over 100 work experience placements. You might find yourself working in a big human resources department, a cutting-edge media law office, or even the press office of a major music channel. But what if you're already in the industry and have built up a bit of experience? Full Talent Extra is especially designed for people who are looking for their first big break, or maybe a new challenge. We've got all this. Full Thought.tv, First Cut, and coming up. We're committed to discovering new talent, and we're always on the lookout for new ideas and new ways of doing things. So whoever you are and whatever you're up to, there's always a way to get involved with Full Talent.
Skills and talent, I think that's where I'd like to pick up, and that's the theme of today. And I think one thing I'd like to do is get you all to speak to me a little bit. And are you all at school? Are you all at college? Who's at school? Okay, who's at college? Anyone at university? Okay, well, you're probably the exact right audience for what I'm going to talk about in a minute. Mark Brintle is going to join me. He's an employer long down the road in Croyd. We're going to be talking about apprenticeships. Has anyone got any idea about apprenticeships in the television, film, web production? Ever heard of it? No? Do you ever think it was an option for you? Well, it is. They're not in. These aren't in your bags today, but I'm going to leave them. There's enough for you all to take one away each. It's basically some information about the creative advanced apprenticeship in creative and digital media. It's so new, which is why you haven't heard of it. It went kind of live in May this year. Pleased to say that we've already got a lot of interest from employers, like small employers for whom you'd work really closely in a small company, up to large employers where you might work in one department. Channel 4 have been one of the first major companies to take 2 apprentices who will be working, I understand, on the Paralympics, but maybe Kate can tell you more about that. In Plymouth, the first employer in the southwest, 2-4's got 2 apprentices, young people, 18, not gone to university yet, they're learning on the job and they're studying at college. They're going to be taking 3 more in the new year, Plymouth, because this is 2-4, because they're so pleased. And we've got smaller employers. BBC have just signed up. We've got people in Swindon, in small design companies, who basically are looking for talented young people like you, who've not necessarily been to university. So I think I'm just going to talk really quickly about it and leave you a flyer. But basically the thing to do if you're interested in the apprenticeship or finding out more, take a flyer. On the back here you'll see there's a link at the bottom, and if you follow the link there's a sign-up page, and if you put your email address in there you'll hear about all the kind of opportunities that are coming up across the southwest in the new year. There'll be some employers looking to recruit, small television production companies, large production companies, people looking for kind of web type skills, photography skills. So really I just want to focus the rest of my presentation on getting you to think through the day about, okay, what would I do if I actually had a real job interview with an employer, you know, in the creative industries in February or March, and to try and sort of, you know, see you through the thread of this amazing day, like thinking about your skills, your dreams and your talent. And I think one of the things I think the theme of today is about for you guys is you may have a dream where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, you know, Hollywood, big feature films, running your own website, whatever it is. But you know, we all need to start somewhere, and I think apprenticeships are one of the really good ways of getting your foot into the industry, learning about what it's actually like to work in the industry, learning about the industry, making connections. And so I think that I'll tell you a little bit about the qualification. The apprenticeship means you learn on a job. You're employed, you get paid the minimum wage for an apprentice. As you go through, you might end up getting paid more depending on your employer and also your age. But details of that you can find on this. And basically, there's entry routes for people who want to work in TV, kind of production, coordination skills, pitching skills, camera assistance, edit assistance, or you might do a combination of all those things if you're in a small company. People looking for 3D, kind of web skills, digital design, photo imaging, right across that kind of digital space. It's really designed for those sorts of jobs, and a lot of employers are very interested in they're interested in you because you kind of know naturally you've always had the internet. Older people haven't always had the internet, not quite a natural space, you know, so you have got a lot to offer as a young person, and you shouldn't, that's something quite unique about you, the kind of thinking about where content is, whether it's on the telly or if it's on the web or if it's on your mobile phone. So have a little think today as you're listening to everybody talking about what it is that you do, what you're interested in, what you do in your spare time, what skills you have, and start to think about how that might, you know, how could you tell somebody about that if you were sat in a room and they were looking to maybe offer you a kind of role. So basically, I'm not going to talk too much about that. If you want to know more about the qualification, follow the link.